It is time. Time to release the most overpowered, best layout that you have ever laid your eyes on. It's time to outdate all the other schematics of bases I've done in the past. This base right here is the absolute best possible base layout that you could possibly get ever. This right here is the 2020 OP base layout. But before the video begins, just a small word from our sponsor. Just kidding, I don't have any. But before the video continues, make sure you smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and of course click the bell to get a notification every time I upload. And then let's go ahead and dig into the base. This right here is a 25 chunk buffer, so please check with your faction server or faction server's rules to see if it's 25 chunks or 20 chunks, because you might need to cut a few of these walls off in that case. But alright, let's go ahead and start from an end of. This right here is our check walls. This is where you run around and make sure that you're not getting raided. Then right here we have a trap that is not aligned with the base itself, so you would never really shoot here unless you're actually shooting for the trap. And who the hell would shoot for a trap? Then we have an ocean over here, and do not worry guys, if you guys are wondering, I already placed the ice and everything in the schematic, so it's easy to do. You might also be wondering, we have these obsidian pillars right here. What are those? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is because we have counters within our buffers, and we can just quickly mine out holes for the cannon to shoot out from, like that, with an obsidian destroyer or whatever you have on hand. But alright, here we have an ocean, and here we have sand walls every single chunk. Now, this right here is also something new that I caught on playing with a faction on the Archon. It's pretty much a big fat cube of obsidian going from sky limit and all the way down to bedrock. Now, the idea of this is that when you're shooting through it with a cannon, it's going to leave a weird hole. Something that might look something like this, all depending on the obsidian destroyer on your server. And what's really overpowered about this is that you can actually just stand in here and start patching. And if somebody's chasing you and trying to kill you, you can mine into this cube right here and kind of trap them inside here or whatever. It's a really powerful thing, and it was very, very recommended and very highly voted for people that played the faction realm I was playing off when we added that. It is really, really good, guys, trust me. But alright, after this right here, new defense, we have a ton of walls, and along the way you might be able to see some traps right there. We also have some counters on the other side all the way over here, and between the trap and our sand walls we have another trap right here, and behind every single counter, 3 on each side, we have traps behind it. So when you're countering, you're trying to not make you able to fly, you got traps right there ready for you, so do not worry about that. We also have a counter right here that is kind of far out, because sometimes you don't have a counter that can adjust that far that the cannon might be out there, so we just made one more right here, so a total of 4 each side if you count everything. But then we have a ton of walls, and we have that all the way in, and then we have finsters. This right here is only 2 chunks of finsters, and it's more than enough. And if some of you guys don't know how to make finsters, do not worry, I included everything in this game, including all these right here, that's completely offset, and it's just absolutely perfect. So with counters, with traps and sand walls, there comes the finsters, and then we have another few walls right here, and then we have the base. Now, I haven't actually done a lot with the base, because I kind of wanted to let you guys use your imagination of what you're going to do. But let's go ahead and start from an end. We have this right here, which is the spawner box. It is 50 high, so that way you can actually place spawners and you will die whenever they fall. Then we have an extended reverse layer, so making sure that if they try to get into your main box, the cannon will most likely go ahead and stack onto the base wall itself. That is watered, of course. And it will stack up something like this, and then it will nuke down, and they will get into your spawner. Oh my god, I was fast right there. They will most likely get into your spawner box, something like whatever like this. But since it's stacked on the extended reverse layer, this is the only box they're going to get into. If we didn't have these extended reverse layers, it would have stacked from all the way down to the bottom, all the way to the top, and it would have nuked every single box all the way down. But by simply just adding this right here, you are preventing that from happening. The only bad thing about this is that you actually have to go in and water the last part down here. So you have to go in, start watering this part right here. If you don't want to do that though, all you need to do is just don't have this one right here all the way around, and then this right here will make sure that it goes all the way down. It can work either way, guys, but this right here is at least 3 extended reverse layers. You kind of only need 2, but here we go, guys. That is pretty much that. Now then we have this second part right here, the second box. You can do whatever you want in here. I haven't added any, extended reverse layers in between it. So you only have the spawner box and then the box down here. Now, of course, you can go ahead and modify the base as you want. You should definitely try to split it up into multiple boxes, but that is all on you. Then we have the reverse layers. We have 10 reverse layers down here, and in the middle we have our TNT storage, which is pretty much just a bunch of dispensers where all of them has this air gap in between that you should most likely water. At least it does make a huge difference if you water in between those, because it's going to be really annoying to try to get into everything. The reason that we are making it into boxes is because if somebody actually gets into your dispenser reverse layers, you don't want them to be able to sack every single dispenser. So let's say that somebody gets into this room right here. This is the only room you'll be able to get into. They can't move from this room to another room without using some type of TNT, and that is kind of tricky. And that is pretty much the most overpowered best layout ever created. This right here is a 15 by 15. If you guys want me to release some smaller bases with the same layout, leave a comment down below. Oh yeah, and one last thing, there is 2 chunks from the world border to your base to make sure that they're not shooting too close to the world border where it gets really annoying to patch and stuff like that. And it also opens up opportunities to make traps and stuff like that out here. This right here is a corner base, so if you get a corner and you're lucky enough to get a corner, you can go and use this without any trouble. But of course, if you get a border base, you might need to fungal around with it and rotate the skim so you get another set of walls on the other side. But as I said, 15 by 15 base, 25 chunk buffer, and that is pretty much it. Now, please, I do see a lot of you guys that watch my videos is actually not subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel right now, and if you subscribe to my channel on this video, I'll be able to see how many subscribers this video actually made. And if we make a decent amount of subscribers, I'm going to go on an absolute rampage and release a bunch of base schemes, a bunch of grinders, and a bunch of other stuff, and everything that you guys suggest. So please subscribe to my channel on this video here if you want to see more base layouts or more grinders or machines or something like that. And of course, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.